Yeah. So yes, guys, yesterday, sorry. So yesterday we have worked on, table creation, field creation, sections. So till then we worked on, right? Today, so let's start exploring dictionary. Okay, so let's create auto number dot walking dependency. So let's work on, if time permits, we'll work on extensible and so let's work on dictionary overrides. Okay, so these concepts will work on today. So guys, do you have any doubts in the previous session?
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, actually, Zurich
You're
region
breaking.
listed only.
Yeah,
Hello.
Bhargav, you're working on Zurich.
Yeah, Zurich region also waitlisted sir server. It's
Okay,
not
you
creating
don't.
instance.
So you don't have instance.
Bhargav, can you try now once? I have just not tried it's created.
Okay.
So Bhargav, you can use my instance I shared with you in the chat. Okay, you can go to
Okay.
developer.servicenow.com, sign in with that mail ID and password. Developer.servicenow. So this is instance mail ID. Okay, and instance password. So you can use my instance. Don't wait for the instance to come. You can use and start working on it. So guys, any other questions? Any questions in the previous session? Shall I move on? So we have a lot of things to work today.
Yeah, Jay can continue.
Yeah. So guys, so yesterday we have created one table that is intake ticket. This is sample table I have created. So by using form layout, so we have created all the fields and list layout, and we'll work on the form design as well. Form design and form builder also will work today. Okay. So you can see guys, so complete all table information. Basically every table information is available in the tables table. If you type tables, here we can see all the table information. So coming to field information, where all field information is available, complete field information. Fields we discussed yesterday. Complete field information is available in the dictionary. Okay, so every field information is available in the dictionary. If you type dictionary in the left navigation, so under system definition you can see the dictionary. Okay, here all the fields information is available complete. If you create any particular field, that field information, the one record will generate in the dictionary table. Understand guys, are you following? Now you can see guys, so let's create. So like in order to add a choices, how we have added the choices yesterday. So by going to the dictionary and by configure choices, two ways we have added the choices. So basically dictionary is the place where field information is available. So let's explore some of the options in the dictionary. If you want to access any field dictionary, basically you need to right click on the field. Here you have a dictionary, configure dictionary. If you go to the configure dictionary, you can access the field dictionary. Okay, here you can see guys, particular field ticket ID. This is a field we have created. The type of the field is string, just like this. Okay, here we have some options. Let's explore. If you want to make the field mandatory, read only, display, some options are available. You can see if I check mandatory checkbox, if I check mandatory checkbox, you can see automatically it will become mandatory. So if you want to make any field mandatory, just right click on the field. You can go to the dictionary. It will work for any particular field. Okay. And next we have some more options. If you right click on the field, if you go to the dictionary, if you want to make field read only, if you want to make field read only, you have another option. You can see, so read only option. So this is what they are giving. So you can see if you want to make the field read only, display read only, just select this one and update. It will become read only. Now you can see guys, this is a read only. Mandatory looks like this. Mandatory means we should fill, then only it will be updated or inserted. Okay, this field should be filled. This is a mandatory. Read only looks like this. It will be read only. You cannot write anything. So these are two check boxes, one checkbox, one optional. So in the same way, we have another. If you want to, like, there is one more field. If you observe, there is one more field on the dictionary, that is display checkbox. Display checkbox. If you can see the display checkbox, so you can see guys. So there is a display checkbox. Display is a checkbox. If you want to, like, basically the functionality of display is different. You can see guys. Let's say I'm going to, like, any table. If you go to any table, instant problem change, whatever it may be. If you open particular record, you can see guys, like here you have a some reference fields: service offering, configuration item, assignment group, assigned to, caller. These are some reference fields. Let's say if I select assignment group, just a minute, man, this instance is little slow. So you can see guys, if I select any record in the assignment group, if you can see, if I select any record in the assignment group, what is coming? If you observe, so it's behaving little slow. So if I select any record in a particular assignment group field, you can see, so if you select any record, so you can see guys what is happening. Then what is the value displaying? What is the value displaying in the assignment group field? So what is the value displaying? So in the group table, there is a lot of fields, but only what, whenever we select any record, you can see it is displaying the name value. Okay. So in the same way, let's say if I am going to the service offering, okay, here I think we don't have a data. If I select any record from the configuration item, you can see guys, if I select any record in the configuration item, there is a lot of fields. Name is there, manufacturer, class, location, assigned to, model, lot of values are there. If I select any record, you can see what is the value coming. What is the value coming out of these many fields? What is the value displaying? the name value is displayed. Okay, so this is where display checkbox comes into picture. You can see guys in the same way. So here, like we have intake request, intake tickets, this particular table is there. You can see I'm going to the incident table. I'll create one field, configure form layout. So let's create one field. I'll create one field. Okay, I'm creating reference to u underscore intake tickets, this field. Now just add it. Now you can see guys, intake field, this is a field I have created. So this is a reference field, refer to intake request table. Now you can see what will happen. So this is a field I have created in the incident table. It is referred to the intake tickets table. Now, if you click this one, basically we can see all the records. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 records are available in the intake tickets. If I select any record, you can see what is the field value, what field value is coming. There are a lot of fields in the intake field. In the intake tickets table, there are a lot of fields. Only we can see sysID. If you want, you can configure the list. If you configure the list and keep it all the fields, now you can see there's a lot of records are there. If I select any record, so what is the field value displaying? Created field value display. So why it is displaying like that? Because we have not defined which value should display. Whenever the data is referred in other tables, what field should display? That will be decided by display checkbox. Understand guys, are you following? Are you following what I'm trying to say? Yes, Ajay. Yeah, now you can see, like if I open any record, so basically, like, I want to decide ticket ID. I want to design ticket ID should be the display field. Display field. Whenever any data is referred, whenever any data is referred, you can see if I check the display checkbox and update. If I check the display checkbox and update, you can see. So basically, now I'm going back to the incident table. If I open any record, now you can see guys, if I select any record from the intake tickets table, you can see I'm selecting one record. Now what is coming? So we need to design whenever, like for any table, there should be one field, only one field should be the display field. We cannot make multiple display fields checkbox true. We can make only for one field, we can enable to display true. That means whenever the data is referred from that table to any other tables, okay, automatically that particular value only display in the reference data. Understand guys? Is it clear? Do you have any question? Clear, Raju?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, means this field when we use this field means what requirement that time?
So basically, now you can see here in the intake request, intake ticket, this is one table. Okay, in this table, like we have a lot of data. Why we maintain the data in the tables? What is the purpose of data maintenance in the table? Intake tickets. This is a table. Why we maintain the data in the table? So the data will be maintained. The reason we have to refer this data to particular table. That is the reason only we need a table data in the backend. We need to show somewhere, we need to display this data. The purpose of maintenance of data is somewhere we need to display this data. Understand, guys? Guys, are you following?
Yes, Sajid.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, like, but whenever the data is referred, what field we have to display? How can we identify? Let's say you have all the data, your name, father name, mother name, phone number, email id, lot of data, other number, pan number is there. But how people will address you? Are they addressing with your phone number, with your, what is a right field to address a particular person? Name is a right person, right field. In the same way, different data, we have lot of columns. Okay, companies have a many companies. If these particular tables we are going to maintain for a particular company, when they are maintaining the employee data, they need to figure out one field, employee id. When they are maintaining the configuration item data, they need to maintain one field, they need to figure out one field, that is a caid. Just like that, different data, they have to maintain one display value, because they cannot display all columns, they can able to display only one column. So that particular field they need to figure out. So that, that display, that is a purpose ServiceNow has created display checkbox. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is read
Yeah.
only mandatory display purpose in the dictionary. ServiceNow has designed that. So next, let's go to other things. So now you can see, guys. So we have auto number. Auto number. This is one particular functionality. So basically, if you can see that, if you open any table in the out of the box instance, if you open instant table, if you open problem table, if you open change table, now you can see, guys. So I have opened instant table. You can see this is a number, one number field is there. Okay, it is showing the ticket number. If I open problem table, you can see the number field. Okay, if you open change table, you can see the number field. So if you try to create any record in incident, problem, change, so whenever you click new, so you can see automatically this number field is filling. Understand? So automatically this number field is filling, right? So this is called auto number. Okay, so we can create auto number for any tables. So let's try to create one auto number for our intake ticket. So we don't have a number field for this one. I want to enable one auto number for intake ticket table. How can we ensure that? How can we enable that? So we need to go to the tables table. So if you go to the tables table here, if you open the tables table, so you can find out that intake table. You can check the intake table. This is the intake tickets table. So if you open that particular table, so under controls, you can see that auto number checkbox. Auto number checkbox. If you enable this one, you can see automatically prefix will start. Prefix, whatever the first three letters, it will start with first three letters. You can see like that. Okay. One, whenever we enable this checkbox, after saving, you can see one field will create automatically. The field name is number field. You can see added a new column called number. One field will create, that is number field. Understand, guys?
Yes, Sajid.
Yeah. So once this number field is added, so what we need to do, like, you can check. If you open the table intake tickets table, if you can see, if you click new or old record, whatever, if you open the form, so automatically this number field is added to the this particular form. Understand? So this you can use anywhere. If you go to configure form layout, wherever you want, you can place it. So it will, this number field is automatically created. This will generate auto number automatically for every ticket. From now, for every ticket, one number will automatically generate. That is called auto number. Now you can see if you create anything, so just like this, one number will generate. So if you want to set up in the list, just go to the list. So here also we can do that by going to the, how can we arrange the list? Go to configure list layout. From list layout you can arrange. So just pick the number field. Now you can see guys. So this number will come, number field. From now, whatever the ticket you create, so automatically one number will generate. Just like this. Okay, 0, 2, 3. Now you can see 1, 2, 3. Understand? Guys, is it clear?
Yes, Ajay.
Yeah. So just like that. This is auto number. So basically, if you create any auto number, that will be stored in the number maintenance table. Number maintenance. Okay, if you go to the number maintenance, you can check in the number maintenance all the auto numbers, every table, whatever the table we have auto number, that will store here. If you type with int, you can see we are searching with the prefix, you can see that auto number. Okay, for intake tickets. If you want to delete the auto number for a particular table, you need to delete here. Okay, you need to delete this record so that auto number will be disabled for a particular table. Understand? So this is auto number concept. Do you have any questions, guys, here in the auto number?
So every auto number will start with INT only.
Not like
The
that.
prefix.
That is a prefix of this table, right? This table is starting with intake, so it will start with int. So for instance, it is starting with inc because first three letters inc.
Okay,
For
okay.
problem, first three letters prb. So they made it. You can change it, not a problem. So if you go to the number maintenance, you can even change the prefix. Okay, you can able to adjust the prefix. For instance, inc, right? If you want to change it, I'm adding AB also. So you can see now if you create any instant ticket, the prefix will be different. Just like this. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what in auto number for any table. Auto number we can enable by going to the table directly. So this is one option. And next we have dependency. Okay. Now you can see guys, dot walking. So means the dot walking. So dot walking is, it's nothing but a, you can enable the dot walking only for the reference fields. Dot walking works. This functionality works only for the reference fields. So basically the purpose of the dot walking, let's say, so basically like it works only for the reference fields. So if you want to access the referred table columns, if you want to access the referred table columns, Let's say we have a configuration item. Okay, so whenever I select, I am selecting this configuration item. Okay, so this is a reference field. Like, I have a requirement. Whenever I select a configuration item, that configuration item related, assigned to, and location should be populated below the configuration field. The value should come automatically, because that fields are in the configuration item table. We are in the intake tickets table. That fields are in the configuration item table. Understand, guys?
Can you repeat once again?
So now you can see, just imagine, like you have a requirement. If you select, if I select any this is a configuration item field, right? It is referred to which table?
Forgot.
Configuration item table. So basically, my record, just imagine my record. If I select one record from this table, okay, automatically I want to see the two values, location and assigned to, exactly below the configuration item field. How can we ensure this kind of configuration? How can we ensure this kind of configuration? If you want to ensure, basically we have to create two more fields, and we need to write some script. Okay, that is one possible. So other thing is, we have a dot walking functionality. Dot walking is one kind of functionality. By using dot walking, automatically we can access the referred table fields into the current table. Okay, basically we are in the intake request table, intake tickets table, but configuration item is another table. There these columns are available. How can we access these columns? How can we make these columns accessible from intake tickets table? How it is possible? The possibility we can create with the dot walking. How can we dot walk? Go to configure form layout. From here we can see the dot walking. Now you can see, guys. So let's try to get the select the particular field. I want to dot walk only reference field. Dot walking works only for the reference field. Configuration item is the reference field. This we have created in our intake tickets table. Whenever I select this one, you can see that this expanded icon. Expanded icon. Click this one. Whenever we click that expanded icon, okay, immediately ServiceNow will allow us to access configuration item table fields. Okay, now you can see configuration item to configuration item fields. This is what we can do it. Understand, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay, from here, from with the configuration item field, I am able to access the configuration item table fields. Now what is the values I want to see? Assigned to, and I want to see location, right? Just like that. These two are other table fields, not belongs to the intake, like tickets table. Okay, let's say I want some more model ID, something, whatever. Let's say asset tag, something. I'll take it some two different fields. Now you can see that names how it looks. Configuration item dot assigned to configuration item dot asset tag. That is the reason we are calling it as dot walking concept. Now you can see, guys, if I select any record, automatically you can see assigned to is populating, asset tag is populating. Understand? If I select
Yeah,
any
got.
other record also, automatically that values will come. We have not written any script. This is one kind of functionality we can do for any reference field in any table. Now you can see, guys, I have selected configuration item, so automatically assigned to asset tag is populated. Clear?
Yes.
So this is dot working not only for configuration item. You can do the dot working in any table, anywhere, in, you know, if you want to do it in incident table, you can do it. Problem table, you can do it. Change table, anywhere you can do it. There is no limitation. You know, So this for this caller field I have already done for other session. That is the reason I'm taking the new field. For assignment group I have already done. Now if you can select any caller from the user table, automatically the caller email id, mobile phone, business phone, the values are not there, automatically it will come. If I select assignment group table, so automatically the group manager, group parent group automatically populates. Okay, is it clear? Dot working concept. Do you have any
Yes,
question?
Ajay.
Okay, now let's go to next concept. This is dot working, and another concept is dependency. Depending on one table, one field, another field. That is called dependency. Now you can see, guys. So we have a category, subcategory. Just observe the functionality. This is already designed by ServiceNow. Now you can see, if I select software, you can see the subcategory choices. Two different choices. If you select hardware, you can select the choices. You can check the choices. If you select network, you can see that. If you select database, you can see that. If you select password reset, you can see the different choices. So based on the category choices selection, subcategory choices are changing. That means this is called dependency. The subcategory choices are depending on the category choice selection. Understand, guys? This is called dependency. Now let's create two random fields in our custom table, intake request, intake tickets. Then here we can check. Okay, so we'll create two. So now you can see, guys, let's create two fields. One is country, states. I'm just giving two random fields. Now you can see, guys, let's add some choices to the country and state. Now if you come down here, you can see the choices. For country, let's add one choices. You can see what are the value. This is a label, this is a value. So let's add one more choice. So now you can see, guys, I have added two choices for a country field. I have added two choices. Okay, let's add some states. Just go to configure, choices. Now let's add some choices for India. Let's add, okay, for US, let's add, so you can see, guys, for intake request, for intake in the intake tickets table. So I have created two choice fields. One is country, one is state. So you can see, guys, so my requirement is, if I select India, I want to see only Indian states. If I select USA, I want to see only US related states. But now it's not working. So this functionality I want to ensure. So basically we can write the script also, but instead ServiceNow is giving some functionality, okay, that we need to discuss, that is called dependency. So dependency, in this case, this state field should depend on country field choices selection. Okay, in order to ensure that, we need to go to state field dictionary, right click on that field, go to the configure dictionary. Now, if you come down here, we have a advanced view. Click on the advanced view. So if you click on advanced view, so you will see one section, that is dependent field section. This section will come. Okay, now here you can see guys, just go to the dependent field section. Here we have a checkbox. Okay, that is nothing but use dependent field. Check this checkbox. Okay, whenever you check, you can see dependent on field. This will come. Okay, so what we need to select? I want, here in this case, country should be the dependent on field. Okay, we need to select country. We are in the state field dictionary. State should depend on country. That's it. Okay, now if you come down, here we have a choices. It is expecting dependent value. Value. Telangana is belongs to India. Let's say what is a value for India? IND. This is a value for India. So what is the value for USA? US. Just we have given US. For Andhra Pradesh, it is IND. Value. We are giving value, not label. So Washington should be US, like this. Just update. Now you can see the behavior. So you can see guys, if I select India, I can see only Indian related states. If I select USA, I can see only USA related states. So let's wait, it's loading, I think backend name is different. Backend value. You can see guys, if you give any wrong backend value also, it will miss. So now if you come down, you can see guys. So for US, it's a US only. Let's go back to our the behavior. Instance is little slow. Yeah, this is correct only. Let's see why it's not coming. Yeah, it's coming correct only, guys. So did you understand? So what I've done? So guys, is it clear?
Yes, Sajin.
Okay. So we have to give the proper value. Value. If you miss the value, that won't work. So basically, if you need any dependency between the field, you just need to create a dependency. So based on the choice selection, the other field choices will impact. Okay. So that has a functionality. If you right click and go to the configure dictionary, So if you come down here, you can see initially we need to check the like your advanced view. So once you click the advanced view, you can see the dependent field. Here you need to select the dependent field, and if you come down here, you need to like add the dependent values of the country field. Choice values you need to add value. Just remember that clearly. Okay, so that dependency concept works. Any questions, guys? Do you have any questions here? Any questions? So guys, is everything clear? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, it's clear.
Clear?
But
Yeah, please.
we have to work on it. Then only
Yeah.
we have to remember all those steps.
Yes, a lot of navigation. This is definitely you need to work on. Okay,
Mm.
so always create some scenario, and even you have your labs in your drive. You have the labs. Please work on the labs. That is very important. Okay, so did you observe the labs? Are you doing the labs?
Yeah, started yesterday on.
Yeah, please work on the labs. Then only we'll get clarity. Yeah, you need to focus on this one document. Here you have every concept. You have a labs. You need to focus on one document. This document is enough to work on all your requirements. Understand?
Okay.
Yeah, focus on this document, so rest will work automatically. So this is, dependency and dot working. So let's work on few more concepts. Are you comfortable? Shall I go ahead with a few more concepts?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So you can see, guys, next we have extensible. Extensible is nothing but if you want to create parent child relationship. Okay, so we need extensible concept. So basically, so as we have discussed yesterday, out of the box we have task and configuration item, two parent tables. Why we are calling those two are parent tables? Because many tables are extended from the task and configuration item. Okay, how can we create this extensible possible? So you can see the configurations. So you can see the steps how we can create a table. So by extending from other table. So we have seen, you can see, guys, we have created intake tickets. Okay, intake tickets is one table. Okay, so I want to create few more tables. That tables should extend from the intake tickets. Now you can see, guys. So let's go to tables. I'll create few more tables. You can see, guys, I'm going to the tables table. Let's click new. Now you can see. So let's click. Let's create one more table, that is GRC tickets. Okay, I'm creating one table, GRC tickets. I want to extend these GRC tickets from intake tickets. Okay, I'm trying to give in this place, extends table place, I'm trying to give intake tickets. You can see, I'll try to get that intake tickets. Is it coming? Is it coming, guys? No, it's not coming. It won't come. When it will come, when that intake tickets table will allow this GRC tickets to extend. So you have to go to intake tickets table. Here you just need to go to configure table, go to configure table. So means it will take you to the tables table. Okay, we are into the tables table. In this place, you can see, guys, here we have a extensible checkbox. In this table, we need to check this checkbox so that other tables can extend this table. Okay, now I am going to the new table that we are trying to create, that is GRC tickets. Now you can see, if you click this one, you can just try to select intake tickets like this. Guys, is it clear? Okay, now whenever this extended extensible is happened, automatically all the columns of a parent table is, in this case parent table is intake tickets, this table, all the columns are automatically showing in the child table. All the columns, configurations, everything will come. If you open the form of a GRC tickets, you can see only configurations, not data. Data will not come. You can see, guys, I am in the GRC tickets table. Why all these fields are coming? This is a new table. Just now we have added, but why everything is coming? Why all the parent, child, every configuration is showing here in this child table? The reason is extensible. Whenever we extend one table from another table, automatically all the configurations of a parent table will move to the child table. Understand? Guys, is it clear? Do you have any question?
Child will get the parent record.
Child will get the parent configuration. In this case, what is a parent? Intake tickets is a parent. Child is the GRC tickets. Okay. This is a new table we have just created. Why all these columns are coming? Where all these columns are coming? These columns are coming from the parent. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Is it clear? Do you have any questions? Did you
Yes.
observe the functionality? Did you understand the functionality?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you can see, guys, and next we have so like basic thing is only configurations, not data. Let's say if I open the GRC tickets table, okay, so basically you can see, guys, let's come from the starting. You can see I'll open intake tickets. Okay, I'll open intake tickets, and now GRC, we have created GRC tickets, so it will come slowly. Or you can see U underscore GRC underscore. Now you can see, guys, GRC tickets. So do you have any records in this table? Can you see any records? Do you have any records? There is no
No.
records. But in the intake request, how many records we have? Almost 3, 3, 6, 7 records are there. There are 7 records in the intake request. But in the GRC, there is no records. What is showing in the GRC? Only columns, only configurations. Whatever the configurations are added to the parent table, only that configurations are moved to child, but not the data. This you need to understand. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Configurations means field creation, mandatory, read only. Okay, this dependency, everything is comes under configurations. Okay, this is what extensible, extending. That is the reason if you can see in the incident problem change. So most of the columns look same. You can see this incident form. I'm opening the problem form. You can see incident has assignment group, assigned to, short description, service offering, configuration item, priority, impact, urgency. So state, all these things are there in the incident. If you go to the problem, you can see here also category, service offering, configuration item, problem statement, description, assignment group, assigned to, priority, urgency, impact, state. All these things are common. Actually, incident, problem, change, request, all of them are extended from the task. Okay. Now I'm in the problem table. I'm in the problem table. I'm going to the assignment group dictionary. Okay, I'm going to the assignment group dictionary. You can see, guys, what it is showing, from where this assignment group is field is coming. This assignment group is field is coming from task table. Not, this is not created in the problem table. This is actually created in the task table. Whenever problem is extended from the task, that field is automatically showing. In the same way, in the incident also, I'm going to the assignment group. If you go to the assignment group, configure dictionary, you can see. So this is also showing task. So the field is same. There is only one dictionary. The same dictionary is copied to all the childs. Understand, guys? Are you following? Is it clear?
To be frank, some confusion happened.
Okay. So can you tell me like what where you are missing? So just like, come on, guys. Just like inheritance. What is inheritance purpose? Inheritance, so configurations, like business inheritance. So we, let's say our parent have some business that is inherited to child. So that's what will happen. Whatever the parent configuration, whatever they done for the business, the same business will move to the child. Understand? Just like that, table level, parent table, child table. If parent is created with some field column, some configuration, whenever any table is extended from the parent, automatically all the configurations of a parent will move to the child. Okay. Configurations are nothing but fields, mandatory, read only, choices, sections, all this comes under configurations. Guys, is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, just like that. So let's say in a business point of view also, parent business move to child. What child will do? Child will not follow the same business. Child wants to do some extra things. Okay, they don't want to use exactly whatever parent has done. In the same way, if child needs some modification, they can also do it. Okay, they can add the new fields. They don't want some field, they can keep it in the left side in the slash bucket. Everything is possible. Child don't need to use exactly whatever parent is giving. Okay. In the same way, instant problem change, all of them are child to the task only, but they are not exactly like a task. Okay, they are also modified according to the needs. Clear?
Mm. Yes.
Yeah, Jay. So if you make any changes in child table, will it reflect in parent table also?
Yeah,
Like
of
for any
course, it will impact. Okay.
okay.
For that reason,
Yeah.
we have a next concept. Okay, so that is called dictionary overrides.
Okay.
Okay, so it will override. If you want to override the configuration which is coming from parent to child, you can use the dictionary override. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so now you can see, guys. Now in this case, our parent is, what is a parent? Intake tickets is a parent. Okay, this ticket ID field is mandatory in the parent. The same mandatory is showing in the child also, right? Let's say I don't want this field mandatory in the child. How can we do that? So if you want to remove the mandatory for this particular child, you need to go to the configure dictionary. Wherever you are going, it's same. I'm going from the child. The same dictionary will open. So we should not disturb these checkboxes. Okay. If you want to avoid that configuration, you need to create the override. Go to dictionary override in the bottom. In the bottom of the field dictionary, you have a dictionary override. We need to override that. Okay. Let's say, so the base table is intake tickets, child table is GRC. I want to override the mandatory. Just check this checkbox, override mandatory, submit. Now you can see, guys. Now This is a parent only. Let's open grc tickets, u underscore grc underscore. Now you can see, guys, this is a child grc ticket. Can you see this mandatory?
No.
No. But here in the parent, in the intake request, intake tickets, can you see this? It's mandatory.
Yes.
Still it's mandatory, but it's not mandatory in the child. We can override the configuration with the dictionary override concept. Is it clear? Do you
Okay.
have any question?
No.
Okay, just like that. Okay, so not only mandatory, read only, anything you can override. Okay, so let's say there is another case. Okay, another case is, I want, let's say, this configuration item field also coming from the parent. I want this field mandatory only in the child, not in the parent or any other childs. How can we do that? So in this case also we need to use a dictionary override. If you want to make some configuration only to the particular child, so you need to create a dictionary override. We should not do these checkboxes. Okay, dictionary override, go to the dictionary overrides, create one new override. Okay, let's say I want to make the field mandatory. Override mandatory, check this checkbox along with one more mandatory. If you check the another checkbox, then only it will become mandatory in the child, not in the parent. Now you can see, guys, this is a child. GRC ticket is a child. Here it is showing mandatory. I am going to the parent, that is intake tick request. Let's reload. You can see, guys, it's not mandatory in the parent, but only it's mandatory in the child. Understand, guys? Do you have any questions?
No, Jay, as of now, clear only.
Thank you. Anybody have any question? That's it from my side today. If you have any questions, we'll work.
Jay, can you repeat the last step again?
Yeah, sure. So you can see, guys. So basically, the first case is parent to child. Okay, first case one, what we have done. Sorry. So in the parent, okay, something is mandatory. Basically, it will automatically come to the child. That child also it's mandatory. Okay. In first case, I want to eliminate the mandatory only in child. Okay, because this mandatory is coming from the parent. Here also it is mandatory.
Yeah.
How can we? What we have done? We have created dictionary
Override.
override.
Yes.
Okay, but in the dictionary override, if you observe, there are two checkboxes. One is override mandatory, and in the bottom there is one more mandatory checkbox.
Yeah.
Okay. For ticket ID field, what I have done, if you go back to the dictionary of the ticket ID, basically it's a mandatory in the parent. So what I have done, so I have created this override. In this override, what I did, just I have checked the first checkbox, override mandatory, but I left. I did not check this checkbox, right? Did you
Yeah.
observe this one?
Yes.
This is the first case, which is coming from parent to child. If you want to override, you can create. And
Okay.
there is second case. So my requirement is case 2. My requirement, what, uh, so there is one field. Okay, one field. It is not mandatory in the parent. It is not mandatory in the child also. Both cases it's not mandatory. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to make this should be mandatory only in the child. Only in the child it should be mandatory. I want to see that field should be mandatory only in the child.
Okay.
If I check the mandatory checkbox in the first dictionary, what will happen? It will impact both child and parent. Understand?
Yes.
Now let's take another field. We have a lot of fields. Now this is a parent, guys. Intake tickets is a parent. So this asset tag, so not this one. Like let's say we have a country field. This is coming. The same country field available in the child also, right? In the
Yeah.
GRC tickets also child is available. Let's say I want to make this field mandatory only in the GRC tickets. I'll try first. I'm going to the dictionary. Just imagine. Just imagine I check this checkbox. Okay, I check the mandatory checkbox. Just imagine. Let's say if I check the mandatory checkbox of a particular country field, okay, what will happen?
It
I'm
will
in the
reflect
child.
in
It is
parent table
mandatory in the
also.
child. It is mandatory in the parent also.
Yeah.
In both places, it is mandatory. That's perfect. Okay. Because this is a behavior. If you do that way, that will be the behavior. But in this kind of scenarios, you should not check the checkbox which is available in the first place. This mandatory we should not check. Instead, what we need to do, we have to create a override.
Okay.
Okay. We should not check this checkbox. Instead, we have to create a dictionary override. So that should, there we need to check two checkboxes. Okay. So override mandatory along with this checkbox. Okay. When you check the both checkboxes, that will impact only in this table child only. We have not checked this one. So you can see, guys, just go to GRC. This is intake only. Let's go to U underscore GRC underscore tickets dot list. Now you can see, guys, in the GRC ticket, this is mandatory. But in the intake, if you can see the intake, if you reload also, you can see it's not a mandatory.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
But why we need to check both the checkboxes like override and
Yeah.
mandatory?
They built that kind of functionality because we are not overriding, right?
Yeah.
We are not overriding, but we need to override parent override. But we need to override the parent.
Okay.
Parent should not transfer. ServiceNow built like that. Okay,
Okay.
the two checkboxes purpose is if you want to ensure only in particular child, you have to check the two checkboxes. If you want to in like override the functionality only which is coming from the parent to child, you can check only first checkbox.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it from my side, guys, for today. If you have any other questions, we can discuss. No questions? Yeah. So, guys, if you don't have any questions, let's meet tomorrow. Thanks for your time.
Uh, do we
Yeah,
have
please.
labs for this functionality as well,
Yeah,
which
we
you
have
said?
labs for everything. You can see
Okay.
we have labs for every concept, everything we have a lab. Okay. For user understanding the table, you have all the labs.
Yeah, like I'm asking for the particular concept which you explained today.
Yes, 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 we have that. You can see these are all. Just check this one. Somewhere we have created that kind of requirements. Okay, you need to do it in the order wise. You can see for dot working, you have these different fields.
Okay.
For filters, different.
Like this
Okay.
override, dictionary override
Yeah,
is a little bit confusing, so that's why asking.
yeah, we have everything. Okay.
Okay.
And in the bottom also, if you can see, the bottom you have a practical assessments. There you have very good things. So this complete table level, everything on a table.
Okay.
Okay, here also we have that override functionalities. We have built many places. Okay, just do it in
Okay.
order way, you can
Sure, sir.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These labs are completely for ITSM, right?
For development, administration development.
Okay. And about HRSD?
Like you want labs for HRSD, right? So
Yes.
HRSD will discuss on the implementation.
Okay.
For HRSD, we will work on the project, implementation project.
Okay.
So I think, did you listen the demo? So this is administration development concept.
Okay.
Administration development is completely for a configuration. The
Mm-hmm.
same configuration you can use in the HRSD, you can use in the CSM. There is no difference in the configurations.
Okay.
Understand this
Yeah, yeah.
concept, the same concept we can work on the HRSD, CSM, ITSM. All for all these three are product. ITSM, CSM, HRSD are products.
Okay, I
They
thought
are not.
there is some functionalities difference in HRSD.
No, there is no difference in the functionalities.
Okay.
Development point of view, administration point of view, no difference.
Okay.
This concept we cannot change. There is no change in the concepts.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
For HRSD, there is a different tables. For CSM, there are different tables. For ITSM, different tables are different. Rest
Yeah.
all of them, all the functionalities are same. In the HRSD also, HR case table is extended from the task table only. Our task
Yeah.
table. Okay.
Okay, Ji.
We'll see. Maybe we have time, right? We'll show you.
Yes.
Like I will, like what can I say? So I can make you understand whenever we reach to that HRSD concepts. Okay.
Sure.
Chalo guys, thanks. We'll meet
Yep.
tomorrow. Bye.
Sure, Ji. Thank you.